What up, Death Chart? It's your boy, young broadcaster Jared Young, here on the set of the 2 Point Perspective with my co-host, Miles on the mic, Miles Sweeney. And today's episode is brought to you by Bracket Busters, where your perfect bracket goes to die before lunchtime on day one. Bracket Busters, because you really thought that 12 seed wasn't winning.
Happened to 1 million people today, more than 1 million people. That happened to me with High Point.
Yeah, man.
That was disappointing.
We'll get into High Point. I'm pretty excited because I took them. So, Miles, how you doing today, man? How's your week been?
It's been fine. It's been pretty chill.
Very nice.
Not very busy. I've been able to relax. Had the house to myself. Parents are out of town, so that's always nice.
Cool.
Yeah, just watching the dogs, doing my thing.
Right
How
on.
about you?
Yeah, man, it's been a good week. Work has been good. It's nice when we're starting to hit a little bit of a lull, so I'm able to get a little bit more creative, do some more fun projects over there. Love that. And got a big weekend coming up. Heading to the Bay, so excited for that. Going to be doing that tomorrow.
Have you seen the weather there? Is it supposed to be nice?
I mean, the weather here is supposed to be beautiful, so I can't imagine that it's not going to be nice there. I'm probably like high 60s, low 70s. Right
maybe
on
a
the
little
coast, so,
foggy too.
Yeah,
You never know with the
that
Bay,
could be cool though. Maybe hit Santa Cruz on Saturday.
That'll be fun.
Kind of the game plan.
Are you gonna hit the boardwalk?
I'm not sure. I think so. We kind of talked about it a little bit. I think that's the game plan.
Then it would be a little chilly.
Yeah.
So, but it is cool. Haven't been there in a long time, so I'm gonna live through you vicariously.
I do love Santa Cruz. It's been a while for me too. I think the last time I was there was 2020 or 2021. So the boardwalk was closed. Actually, I went during COVID.
Yeah.
Boardwalk was closed, but still super fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into it, man. The dual threat bet. Once again, we're gonna kick it off with the dual threat bet. And man, dual threat bet's going well, don't you think, Miles? Aren't you happy with how it's going lately?
Well, I'm sure you are. I'm not. This is getting ridiculous, and I'm hoping that this is the week I finally pull a bet. I think 5 straight weeks you've pulled the bet.
You know what, Miles? You can't blame me when you're calling the coin week after week after week.
I know.
If anything,
this is
on you. This is on you for calling it wrong. I am 4-1. I won last week too. Pretty happy about that. I had Kawhi Leonard 27.5 points. He put up over 30, so I was happy about that. Miles,
in a loss.
Yeah, I appreciate
the Kings.
Yeah, in a loss, right? We were talking smack about that too. You were making a joke that you'd put Kings win in the hat, and
I was like,
you better not, because there's no chance that they're gonna win, and then they pulled it out of nowhere.
This already makes me mad how this is unfolding. But if Jared was like, you know what, yeah, let's put that in there, and then you pull it, and then it happens. Man.
It'd be so awesome.
No, that would have been bad news bears for me. So.
Man.
I might not even shown up today. So,
but this week we got Milwaukee at Phoenix. So the Bucks are taking on Miles' Suns. And all right, Miles, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Just remember, Miles, get it wrong. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Heads.
Oh, you got it.
The gods are looking upon me today. Oh my God. We're turning this around. Let's go.
I hope you get the hardest one in here. I don't know what it was.
I don't remember what it was either.
We've been making these pretty easy too. So
yeah.
All right.
They're kind of bound to hit.
Okay.
Okay.
What you got?
I got Rollins plus 16.5 points. That's his average, but with them being decimated,
it could work out. Yeah, it could work out.
Yeah, and the Suns' defense hasn't been very pristine lately.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, they're gonna be looking real good on Saturday night.
I hope so. I mean, they lost to your Celtics without the twins and Tatum and Brown, and then they lost to the Timberwolves without Anthony Edwards. So
yeah, they're kind of on a downward spiral there.
Yeah, huh? I'm not going to hold out too much hope, but I'm going to hold out hope for Rollins. At this point, I'd rather win the dual threat bet than the Suns win because it's getting dire.
I hope your Suns put on the defensive performance of their life.
Normally I would agree, but no. Let's make it a
Maybe
shootout.
he'll get injured in the first quarter
Don't
or something
say that.
like that.
No, that's bad juju. Don't put that out there.
Uh,
Well, we got some good juju. Well, I mean, I'm kind of curious. We're going to get into the team expansion votes
yeah.
going on. The owners are voting on that for Seattle and Las Vegas franchise expansion. Seattle will be getting their team back since 2008, and Vegas would be hosting a new NBA team. They already have the stars there in WNBA, so I think that would be a good market.
The Aces.
The Aces, yes.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So I think before we jump into it, do you think this is a good idea?
I do think it's a good idea for a couple of reasons. And I'll also tell you why I think that it's going to happen. I think it's a good idea because I want a team here in our home state, man. I think that would be awesome. Am I gonna not be a Celtics fan? No. But I love rooting for the Vegas teams. I like rooting for the Raiders now that they're in Vegas. I'm stoked to get the A's down there. It's fun to root for the Golden Knights, right? And I'm not necessarily a fan of any of those teams. That's not where my heart lies, but I like to root for them.
It's cool to have one in your state.
Right.
And I never thought Nevada would have any professional team.
Right.
So.
And that's just a personal thing. I also think that there is some justice to be had with Seattle, right? They
100%.
deserve a basketball team up there. The loss of the Sonics, Supersonics was pretty heartbreaking, I think, for a lot of people. And so they deserve to have a team back up there. On the other end of that, it's only good for the NBA, right? Expansion just means more money. These are two huge markets that are going to draw a ton of money. And I actually read that if we add these two markets to the NBA, then it will actually increase their they'll actually become two of the top 8 largest markets in the NBA.
Well, I have the number right here. They're expected to cost between 7 and 10 billion.
Right.
And
would be, that's a big number, but these teams are making billions anyway. On top of that, the reason this is why I think it's going to happen, because the owners will get tons of money from this. This is a huge money making thing for them.
And they only need 23 out of 30 votes. But I have seen, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit here since we're on the topic, but they support it for long-term revenue growth, but some of them are hesitant because it's going to reduce their ownership share throughout the entire league, because you're going from 130th to 132nd. And they want to see the final team valuations and fees before committing to voting yes. So will it make the league more money? Yes, but some of these owners are going to be a little greedy and be like, well, maybe I'm losing a little bit of money, or I'm not making much money for this to be worth it.
In the short term, yes.
In the short term.
But in the long term, right? And anybody who has any good sense of business is looking 5-10 years down the road. They're not looking right in front of their face. So yes, there will be a small profit margin lost at the beginning, but the long-term value of their teams being broadcast in Las Vegas or in Seattle, right? They're making money off of that, and that's huge.
Yeah,
right. That is huge. So,
and I know the owner of whoever's gonna buy out the Vegas team, they're gonna be raking it in,
right?
Because I mean, they already host the All-Star game there, or I think they did recently, but that's a good market, and we've seen the Raiders. They just migrated over here not that long ago.
Yeah, like
great
I said,
facility.
They'll be top 8 revenue generators.
Yeah, touristy town. So, I am in support of it, and
now,
go ahead.
Now, here's the other thing: they don't need 100% vote on it. They only need 23 out of 30 to vote on it.
Yeah.
The other thing is, it would make the playoffs and the NBA Cup so much easier. They could even change. They could change the entire format, and break it down into 4, just like the NFL. 4 division, not divisions.
That's like you're gonna have 16 teams in each conference, and I know they do 5, 5, and 5 for their divisions.
Right,
they can make it 4 for 4.
Right, It would just be so much cleaner.
It would be so much smoother than if the NFL were to add 2 expansion teams.
Right.
For sure. Because then you're going to have an odd number in 17 per conference, and then all the divisions are going to get messed up. So I am in support of this. I think it's going to be a clean transition. And
here's the other thing. The expansion fees that the new teams would have to pay go directly into the pockets of the owners of the other teams.
Mhm.
That doesn't go to the players. It doesn't go to the coaches, to the leagues, whatever. It goes straight into the owners' pockets.
Yeah.
So they're making money off of that too. Again, yes, they're losing a little bit of profit margin, but they are getting all the expansion fees, and the long-term growth cannot be
it's
overstated.
insurmountable. Yeah. No, that's going to be printing money for the NBA.
And to be clear, this vote isn't binding, right? This is just to start the process. So if they were to vote in favor, there would be a more binding vote towards the end of July.
Yep.
So that's when we would kind of start to see that. And that's when things would really start to take shape. Would be after the NBA Finals. You know, they don't want to take anything away from where the season's at right now. I totally get that.
Mhm.
But it would be at the Board of Governors meeting at the end of July.
Yes, it's not going to be one and done, nor do I think it should be, because this is almost just like kind of feeling the room, and then if it's going to move along, then they'll get into the analytics of it,
right,
and really dive deep into it.
Well, and people I'm sure out there are saying, okay, Seattle makes sense, right? Give them back a team. But why Vegas? Let me tell you why Vegas. They are already the unofficial 31st team of the NBA, right?
They've been talking about it a long time.
They do the entire summer league there, right? Is the All-Star game there as
the
well?
Cup. The NBA Cup.
The NBA Cup is there. Yeah, they're already doing so much there. On top of that, Vegas is a huge market that's growing. It just added 3 professional sports teams in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
The
Crazy.
NBA, it only makes sense for the NBA to be next. And there's tons and tons of buy-in. Plus, that city is just exploding.
Mhm.
There's tons of people that are moving there. The market is massive. And here's one of the other issues that they would face. So both teams would land in the West, which means that one team, to even it out, would have to go to the East.
Yeah.
Now, some teams that might land in the East, if this were to happen, Grizzlies, Timberwolves, Pelicans, just off the top of my head. Those are 3 teams that would pop in there. I'm thinking probably more than anything, it would probably be the Grizzlies. Yeah.
Yes.
Memphis, right, is
Tennessee,
the furthest east. It makes the most sense.
Yeah.
So that's what I would see. And Miles, do you want to talk about the expansion draft at all, or do you have any thoughts on that?
I don't have like all the in-depth notes on it, but they would have, and we talked about it yesterday. Each team would be able to protect 8 players that are under contract, and the rest of them that are not protected can be plucked by these teams. And then, do you remember specifically about the draft implications for these new franchises?
Yeah, so they would be ineligible for the number 1 overall pick. So they would not be eligible for the number 1 overall. And in some cases, when they've expanded in the past, sometimes it's 2 years where they're not eligible for the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
But in 2004, those were the rules. So I don't know where they would go after that.
Right. It's going to be an interesting process because we haven't seen it in so long, and to see,
I love it though.
I do too.
It's so exciting. You don't get to see a lot of this stuff, at least not in our lifetime, right?
Right.
In the 80s, the 90s, you got to see a lot of expansion from the NBA, NFL, NHL, right? Even the MLB shifting around. And in our lifetime, we haven't got to see a whole lot of that. So it's exciting. No. It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen the relocations. That's nothing new anymore. I think this is like going to be a jolt to the NBA that is desperately needed.
I think it could get people watching.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. They need something big like this. And I think that they thought that the NBA Cup would do it, but there's no way.
No, I mean, I think it's
football season. Nobody's watching in the middle of football season.
I think in a vacuum, the NBA Cup is good incentivized playing for the league on its own, but it's not going to draw more attention from other, professional sports that people are watching.
Right.
This is a football country.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for somebody like me who's going to put more of my attention, even after the NFL is over, free agency, I'm paying more attention to that than the closeout of the NBA season. If you're going to add 2 expansion teams and make it really interesting, then I'll be tuning it for sure, because
I want to see how they perform.
It's
right.
new.
I want to
It's fun.
see how this draft is going to go. Those are all things that I'm interested in. Right. But moving on from the NBA expansion, we want to talk about the playoff runs that are happening right now. We got we're getting close to playoff time, right?
Yep.
And we got our top 10 teams here. So, Miles, do you want to kick us off with the West? And we'll go one-on-one?
Yeah, we'll kick off for the West.
Start at number 10.
And number 10, we got the Portland Trailblazers sitting at 33 and 36, and they are in a close race with number 9 Golden State at 33 and 35. Now, I think Golden State will pull away once Curry comes back. I know he should be on the mend here soon. Talks about shutting him down early. I think those got put away.
If you are a contender, you got it. He's got to come back.
And you just made a move for Kristaps.
Right.
Like, let's see how that unfolds. I understand Jimmy Butler got hurt and that really tanked their season a little bit, but still make a run for it. You're in the play-in tournament as of right now.
Well, and if Curry's playing, there's always a chance.
Oh, 100%.
There's always a chance.
Yeah.
And we talk about this when we do our predictions, that whenever we're talking about Golden State, that's like the number one thing that I ask. I'm like, is Curry playing?
Mm-hmm.
Because if he's not, they're not going to win.
Yeah.
But if Curry's playing, there's always a chance.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's too dynamic.
Yeah.
And number 8, the Los Angeles Clippers, they've really found their footing. As of late, they started off pretty bad. Now they're sitting at 34 and 34. They're at 500. So I think they're going to be a safe bet. I don't think they're going to make it out of the play-in. There's just no way. But they are a firm spot in that play-in tournament right now. And the reason I say they're not making it out is because the Suns are sitting at 7 at 39 and 30. So they're 5 games ahead. You'll have to keep me honest. That's going to be 13 games left. 69, 82. Yeah. So around like 13 to 15 games left. They could still do it, but when it's coming to a close like that, a 5-game lead means a lot. So Phoenix is just on the outside looking in, and they are right behind Minnesota at 42 and 27. And that was a bad loss they took to them the other night without Anthony Edwards. That would have been huge to make a push to maybe get the 6th seed and jump Minnesota. I think that is going to be a longer pipeline now. Not very realistic. So I got up to number 6. Do you want to go up to number 6 on yours, or should I just finish mine out?
No, I'll let's go back and forth. All right. So at number 10, we got the Hornets coming in at 35 and 34. The Hornets have kind of been all over the place this season, right? They've struggled with injury on and off. They didn't make a lot of moves at the trade deadline. At number 9, I got the Sixers at 73 and 32. Now, there's been
73 and 32.
Or sorry, 37 and 32.
Greatest team of all time.
That would be nuts, right?
Yeah.
And they've had issues with Embiid, right? There's been locker room issues there. Not that necessarily he is an issue, but he's been disgruntled, which is understandable. Yeah. At number 8, just in front of the Sixers at 37 and 31, we got the Hawks. Made big trades this season, right? They moved Trae Young, they moved Kristaps Porzingis.
They're selling.
I don't know, what their thoughts are moving forward. However, Kuminga has exploded since coming on the scene in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And that is something that cannot be understated.
Off topic, did you see he accidentally made that 3/4 court shot?
Oh, really?
I think yesterday he was trying to throw it forward to one of his teammates in transition, and he nailed a 3/4 court shot.
That's awesome.
He's on fire over there.
No, that's great, and I'm super happy for him. It's great to see. At number 7, we got the Heat coming in at 38 and 31, and at number 6, we got the no, not the Raptors. Excuse me, the Magic at 38 and 30.
That's a battle in Florida. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's close too, man.
That Florida run is very close. Now, the East is not as competitive as the West is, and we've talked about this.
Yeah.
The leaders in the East are pulling away quickly from the rest of the East. From the rest of the East.
Yeah.
Now, your number one though is running the league right now.
Number one, and I mean, yeah, they are. I believe they were the first.
We'll get there. You don't have to talk about it yet.
Yeah. But I left off with Minnesota, and you alluded to how close it is.
Mm-hmm.
Reminder: they're sitting at 42-27 as of this recording. At number 5, Denver is 42-27.
Oh wow!
And they just lost a heartbreaker against the Lakers. So that is going to be close. And number 4 is Houston at 41-26. They played 2 less games. So how is that going to shake out when finishing the season? The Lakers, who just got that big win over Denver, sitting at 3 at 43-25. So 3 through 6 is a bloodbath.
Yeah,
I mean, any losing streak could send you down. Now, I don't think any of them are going to fall into the plan. I just don't think Phoenix is going to be able to rally off enough wins to be in the mix. Not saying that they can't do it. I just think they've lost too many games as of late to be in that position. So 6 through 3 is very close. And like you already said, San Antonio, they've been playing really well. They're sitting at 2 at 51-18. And Oklahoma City, only 3 games ahead, is 54-15. But those two teams are far enough away to not have any worry. Could they swap seeds at that point? Would it even matter? Because they're both the best teams in the West. But yeah, like you said, Oklahoma City is running the league once again, and they were the first, and I still believe the only team who has clinched the playoffs as of right now. Now, you might keep me honest on that. I'm not too familiar with what's going on in the East, but you'll get into it. But yeah, OKC clinched the playoffs just a couple of days ago.
Right. And what was the record again? 54-15. 15. Well, at number 5 for me, really close to the Magic. This is why I got this confused. We got 3 teams, 7, 8, 4, 5. No, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm getting out of whack here. 5, 6, and 7 are all 38 win teams. The Raptors are coming in at 38-29. At number 4, the Cavs are coming in at 42-27. Now, the Cavs started off really hot. They fell off a little bit. They got James Harden, and then they went on this big streak.
Yep.
Where do the Cavs shake out at the end of the season? We'll have to see, because James Harden dislocated his thumb. Is that correct? Or one of his fingers or something?
Yeah, nothing too major.
But we'll see how that shakes out down the stretch. And James Harden is also a little bit older. How long can you depend on him? Is he going to be able to make a deep playoff run? We'll have to see.
And he has the history of disappearing in the playoffs,
right?
Too.
Yep. So, as we know. At number 3, we got the Knicks coming in at 45-25. The Knicks are hot on the tail of my Celtics at 45-23. But here's the thing about the Celtics: they just got Jason Tatum back. He is on fire right now. They're able to, one of the benefits that they have is that they're able to sit both Tatum and Brown and then still beat the Suns, right?
Yeah.
Still take on the Warriors and beat the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
So they got guys that can sub in, and I think that they're easily, correct me if I'm wrong, Miles, but I think that they're the deepest team in the league right now, sitting here at number 2 in the East. Unless you can think of another team, that would be my take. And I'm trying to be unbiased with that, but they have so many guys that can come off the bench and fit into rotational positions, even with the losses in the offseason of Porzingis and Drew Holiday.
Yep.
And,
Yeah, and they're well coached too.
Yeah, right.
So
Derek White could be a star on his own team.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to put that out there right now. Plus, they drafted really well. They've got a lot of young guys that are doing really well coming up from the G League. At number 1, though, we got the Pistons at 49-19. Now, the Pistons have been hot all season long, but they just lost 5 of their last 10 games. So they're coming in at 500, and the Celtics and the Knicks are hot on their tail. It's going to be really interesting to see how this East shakes out now that Jason Tatum is back in the mix.
And I don't know if you saw this happened today. Cade Cunningham has a collapsed lung.
Oh man.
So it's
detrimental.
That's bad.
Yeah,
that's
is
bad
detrimental. I did not see that. Thank you.
I'm not sure of the timeline, but a collapsed lung is probably not rushing back from that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think 13 games left. What was the difference between 1 and 2?
4.
I think they could be overtaken then, because he was having an MVP-like year. He's really brought it all together. Excuse me. And that is a huge loss for a Detroit team that finally got it right.
Right.
Which is a brutal time. Huge disappointment.
Brutal time for that to happen, right? Just as we're about to hit the playoffs. So.
Yeah.
But moving on from our top 10, let's move into our predictions. So last week, I went 3 and 4, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
yeah, you
went
4 and 3. Okay.
Not much better.
Yeah, it was a tough week, man. We had obviously the Kings, right? That was a huge one that neither of us predicted.
Nope.
And then I was picking against you in a couple of those.
Yeah.
But this week, game 1, we got Golden State at Atlanta. Who you got, Miles?
Oh man, those are both must win if they want to etch their name in the play-in tournament, or at least stay there for a little longer. The Warriors are not playing bad basketball though. They're playing they're still pretty competitive despite the injuries.
Is that where you're going?
I think I'm going to go with the Warriors.
That's funny, man, because I am sitting here thinking that Kuminga has really started to pull it together, and it's a Kuminga revenge game.
You know what? You convinced me.
I'm taking Atlanta.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that is a revenge game.
Kuminga revenge game. All right, next I got OKC at Washington. Man, those Wizards are electric, aren't they?
Oh my God, they're more electric than the Thunder. Come on now. Yeah.
Yeah, we're taking OKC.
WIZ. Oh, sorry.
All right.
KC.
Memphis at Charlotte. I'm taking the Hornets. Who you got?
For the sake of not being chalk, I'm going to go with the Grizzlies.
Okay.
Get ready to go to the Eastern Conference, Memphis.
Memphis, yeah. Is that what they're...
That'll be the new name.
Until they trade Ja.
Yeah,
they're Memphis.
Exactly. If they can trade Ja.
Next, I got the Lakers at Orlando. Miles, can you remind me what's the Lakers record?
I believe they're 43-25.
Ooh, okay. All right. Now the Magic are sitting at number 6 in the East right now, but I think I like LA.
Me too.
I think I like the Lakers.
Luka's been hot.
Dude, they've been showing up when they need to. So I'm taking the Lakers.
LeBron's still catching lobs.
I think they're a dark horse for the playoffs. I think a lot of people are going to overlook them, but I think they're a dark horse for the playoffs, and they should not be overlooked by any means.
No, not at all. But I don't want to see them go far.
Yeah, me either. All right, next we got Cleveland at the Pelicans.
Cleveland, this is for you.
Yeah, let's go Cavs. Then we got the Heat at the Spurs.
Rockets.
You're right.
Heat at Rockets.
You're right. It is Rockets.
And I remember this is
San Antonio's our next one. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. And that's gonna be super chalk. Heat at Rockets. I remember we did a predictions, and this was our dual threat bet game at one point where you beat me. Man, I'm gonna go.
Was Houston in your top 10? I can't remember.
Houston's sitting at number 4 at 41 and 26.
Yeah. All right, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with
Don't
Houston.
count him out. I'm gonna stick with you. Let's go with Houston. Then we got the Pacers at the Spurs.
Waste of time.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Spurs. Clippers at the Mavericks. I'm taking the Clips.
Me too. Couple LA boys.
Yeah, your Suns at the Jazz. I'm gonna take
Sixers
Philly.
at the Jazz.
Sorry, Sixers at the Jazz. Dang it, man. I Phoenix is the next one. I'm sorry. My bad, guys. My bad. Philly at the Jazz. I'm taking Philly.
I'm gonna take the Jazz.
Okay. All right.
Let's get gross. All right, and then dual threat bet game of the week.
Milwaukee at Phoenix.
I'm gonna take Phoenix in a shootout where Rollins scores like 48 points.
I'm gonna
triples my bet that I need.
I'm gonna take Phoenix in a game where the Suns defense shows up like they never have before.
Rollins.
Yeah.
God.
This is the
No.
best Suns defense that we've ever seen.
Not Saturday night. That won't be an issue. So that's 10 games. I think that's the most we've had on a Saturday.
I know, yeah.
Thus far.
Well, we're getting towards the end of the season. More people are watching, so their viewership's starting to pick up now that football season is done, and March Madness is going on as well. So people are watching March Madness games end, and then they're hopping in and out of NBA as well.
Yeah.
So
This is basketball time.
Yeah, it is basketball season.
Well, there are going to be a lot of athletes on Saturday. Could some of them be actors? We're going to guess athlete or actor.
I forgot to hit the button. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
You were staring into my soul, and I was like,
well, and I have in my notes Jared transition. I felt like maybe you forgot. So
I did forget.
Okay, let me improvise here.
You know what? Did I put that in my notes? Yep, I totally did, and I missed it too. Wow, it's a good thing you're here, Miles. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't do the show alone.
1 point perspective.
Yeah, you better never move, Miles.
Yeah. Okay, so you said you have a theme. I also have a theme.
Okay, I'm excited.
Something near and dear to my heart. I'm gonna have a little side game with mine.
Okay.
I'll obviously tell you if they're athlete or actor.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to have you guess what it is that they do.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll start us off.
Okay.
All right. Campbell Scott.
Campbell Scott.
Mm-hmm.
That's the soup, right? Is that? Oh, no. Okay. All right. My bad.
I know what you're thinking of. What's your favorite soup?
My favorite soup?
Yeah.
Broccoli cheese, man. I'm a broccoli cheese kind of man. Sorry. Campbell Scott, huh?
Also sounds like a cigarette company.
Get your Campbell Scotts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go with actor.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He is an actor.
All right.
I won't tell you from what, because that's where the theme lies.
Okay.
But
are we gonna do it at the end?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll let you guess.
Well, why don't I do the same thing then?
Okay.
All right, Miles. Zara Ganbari.
Zara Ganbari. I'm gonna say athlete.
Athlete?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Good job, Miles.
I feel like I know what the theme is here.
Do you?
No. But a man can guess. All right.
Here, I'm sorry, I didn't give this to you.
We're getting applause?
Yeah, I want to make sure you get this. I don't want to leave it out.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, Miles,
All right.
what you got?
Number 2, Dylan Baker.
Dylan Baker. Actor.
Yes. Yeah. Give yourself the applause. 2 for 2.
All right, Miles. Zara Sarbali.
Okay.
So we had
The theme is out the window.
Zara Ganbari.
Mm-hmm.
This is Zara Sanbari.
And then the third is gonna be Zara the brand.
Sarbali, actually. Excuse me.
Okay. Well, I know what the theme is.
Do you?
I was thinking, well,
I don't think you do.
okay, well, the Zara is misleading then. I'm going to say athlete. I'm going to stick to my guns of thinking this is the, okay. I have a feeling I know what it is. I feel like I know what you would do.
Okay.
And I think you would know, this is near and dear to me. So I think you could probably guess this. Martin Starr.
Martin Starr?
Mm-hmm. Not this guy specifically, but the theme resonates with me.
Martin Starr is an actor.
Yes?
Yeah.
3 for 3. 3 actors. And I have a feeling I don't even need to hear the third name.
Martin
to know
Starr. This is near and dear to you?
The theme of which these actors play in the movies they're in mean a lot to me. Read me your third one.
Okay.
And then I'll let the cogs turn.
Are they all soy boys? Is that?
Well, they could be. They could be.
Okay. Sarah Didar.
Athlete. Yes. Okay. I'm going to guess these are all... Oh, actually, that'd be kind of crazy. These are all women players in the women's March Madness tournament?
No.
Oh my God, that would have been clean. Was I close?
You're kind of on the right track.
Okay.
I want to know. Okay, is this like your favorite movie? Are they all in the same movie?
No, they're not all in the same movie, but they
movies.
are all the same. How do I explain this without giving it away? They're all surrounded. All these movies they're not all in the same movie, surround the same character.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Surround the same character.
Mm-hmm. And it was something pretty revolutionary happened yesterday.
Is this Spider-Man?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Are you familiar with these movies? Or like all the like Tobey Maguire,
I'll be
Andrew
honest,
Garfield?
I'm a Tobey Maguire kind of guy. That's my.
I won't even.
That's my Spider-Man.
We should just have a separate episode on this.
About which one's the best?
I could.
Can I tell you which one is the worst?
I think I know you're going to say Andrew Garfield.
It is Andrew
Garfield. But I would
Garfield.
rebuttal and say he's the best actor to play it.
Okay.
I love his take on it, but the writing.
Spider-Man.
No, those movies are horrible.
Yeah.
The writing is terrible. But I think if they got an amazing Spider-Man
Tobey
3
Maguire
pretty hyped.
is honestly not that good of an actor.
No, he's not.
And
those movies are cheesy, but they're great.
That is Spider-Man.
He
is Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
But yes.
Like growing up, he is Spider-Man.
Yeah, so Campbell Scott was Peter's father in The Amazing Spider-Man.
Okay.
That's a storyline I hate.
Mm-hmm.
His parents don't matter. Dylan Baker is Dr. Kirk Connors in the Raimi trilogy.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And Martin Starr is the academic decathlon teacher in the Home trilogy.
Okay.
With Tom Holland.
All right.
So, yeah, that trailer came out yesterday, and I was just fanboying. I feel like I'm getting hot right now talking about it, but that's what inspired me. So, don't look at me like that. Come on. So I was on the right track.
Marla's about to blow up this chat right now.
So I was on the right track.
All right. So, Miles. Zara Gunbari, Zara Sarbali, and Sara Didar do all play for the same team. They are all members of the Iranian women's soccer team.
Oh my God. I should have known. You know me and my Iranian soccer.
Well, they've been in the news a lot lately, so I thought I'd throw something a little controversial out there. We'll see how that's received. But whatever.
It's sports, man.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, because you threw me for a loop with I was like, are we doing a name theme here? No, that's pretty on the nose. But then it's March Madness, so I'm like,
Yeah, it was. That was a good guess. Yeah. It was a good guess, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm not taking anything away from you.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad you got that right. You know how important the webhead is to me. But NFL free agency is also important to us. We're gonna do a little jump here. Just a couple of small things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not too much.
No, and we'll go one and one per usual. Christian Kirk signs a 1-year, $6 million deal at the 49ers.
Yeah.
I think he's a quality slot receiver. He's getting up there in age. I believe he's 29. But for a contract like that in a receiving room that's been depleted, you obviously have Pearsall, Brandon Ayuk's. He's not out the door, but he's not playing.
But he's on his way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lose Kendrick Bourne. I don't even know if Sky Moore is still there. Like, he would even have a prominent role anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's a great addition for them.
I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. Especially, they lost Kendrick Bourne, that's not a small thing, because especially at the beginning of the season, he had a really good rapport with Mac Jones. But I love this signing because it's a reliable set of hands at a cheap price.
And he's a downfield threat.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Let's get some bombs from Brock. And, you put him, even if you put him on the other side and you put Pearsall in the slot, you got Mike Evans, Christian Kirk, and Ricky Pearsall. I'm feeling pretty good. Plus, you got George Kittle on the other side. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, 100%. Who do you got? Number one.
Yeah, man. So longtime Bengals and Cowboys linebacker Logan Wilson retires after only 6 seasons. Looks like he got
He had
sick
enough.
of playing for mediocre teams.
Yeah, if that. I mean, the last few years of Cincinnati's defense, then he goes to Dallas, who had just an atrocious defense last year. He's like, yeah, I'm done.
Well, it's too bad because Logan Wilson was a quality backer.
Yeah.
I always liked picking him up for my fantasy team whenever we had a defensive player. He always put up some decent points for me as far as defensive players goes. So, it's sad to see him go. I wish he could have played for a better team.
Yeah, and he got dealt for like a ham sandwich from Cincinnati too. I remember that. So, yeah, I mean, he's still 6 seasons?
Only 6 seasons.
That's crazy.
Yep.
So
that happens though with linebackers, right?
Yeah,
and there's
you're
also
seeing that more.
I think especially for linebackers, there's a big concern around head injuries and
well, that's why Luke
injury
Kuechly
risk.
retired,
Right? Exactly.
and he was like Hall of Fame player.
And that's exactly what I was thinking of when I was saying that. So, with linebackers, I think they're choosing to have shorter careers because they've made their money and they don't want to continue to take the risk. Plus, linebackers are the smartest guys on the field.
Oh yeah,
at least on the defensive side of the ball, right? They're running that defense.
Yeah.
So, the smart guys are making smart decisions and getting out while they can.
Absolutely. Well, alongside Christian Kirk, obviously, is Mike Evans, joining him in the Bay, and he signed that 3-year, $42.5 million deal.
Only $16 million guaranteed.
Yeah, but the Bucs GM Jason Licht was going to give him more.
Yeah,
he was going to go above that 3-year, 42.5. Probably give him more guaranteed money. For sure, give him more guaranteed money. And Mike Evans said, you know what? I mean, and there was a statement by his agent that he just wanted to continue to challenge himself. Obviously, he feels that San Francisco gives him the better chance at winning a championship.
Yeah.
Again, wants to retire with at least 2 before, he hangs up the cleats. But Tampa Bay, they have a really good receiving core. Will they miss him? Of course. And he's a fan favorite, historic receiver. But
I love Summer's comment in the chat. Did you see that?
Which one? 29 is young Summer.
With some of these trades, I think some of the coaches need to be looked at for head injuries.
Summer, that is very insightful. Let's get you on the Cardinals. You want to move to Arizona? Yeah, so I think it's a hole that's going to be filled pretty quickly when you got Chris Godwin, Emeka Egbuka had a great rookie season. Tez Johnson is serviceable. So I know the fans are feeling it. They would have rejoiced at his return. I know the GM wanted it. And there's no bad blood either.
Right.
Like, there's no bad blood between that. So,
well, I think he wanted to go to a contender, right? I think maybe he saw that he wasn't going to get the same looks as he was in the past, right? Egbuka is obviously going to step up this season. That's going to be huge there. They still have Chris Godwin under contract. So those are all big things that probably led to making that decision as well. Who maybe there was something going on in the locker room that we didn't hear about, right? But next on my list, we're going to talk about another wide receiver. Dolphins wide receiver Jalen Waddle gets traded to the Broncos. So is Jalen Waddle in a 4th to the Broncos for a 1st-round pick, a 3rd-round pick, and a 4th-round pick. Now, I think that the Dolphins made out like bandits on this. Jalen Waddle is a quality wide receiver, but a 1st-round pick plus 2 more? My goodness. What are your thoughts, Miles?
Well, Denver has lost a lot of pieces. And so this aggressive move does not surprise me. I think in a 1st-round draft that's pretty watered down this year, I don't think, was that pick 30 they're giving up? Give Bo Nix another weapon. But but you're adding on to it.
A 1st-round pick, man.
Yeah, it's just like this draft isn't that impressive anyway. They... it's not.
Where did Jackson Dart get taken?
I believe he got taken at 27, but they traded up for him.
Yep.
So
there's always, you never know who's going to be a quality player. First round pick's a first round pick. I think that's a lot of value.
It makes a big difference if they traded next year's first round pick, because then that would be like, ugh.
Right.
But adding the day 2 and day 3 picks on top of it, I would say Miami still won that, and they're clearly stripping it down to the studs.
Right.
But I do feel bad for Malik Willis now.
Yeah, I mean,
that
who
kind of
knows
sucks,
what they're going to do in the draft, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, Miami, they, out of necessity, they needed to just tear it all down after the McDaniel Tua experiment.
Right.
I mean, they cut Tyreek Hill, trade Jalen Waddle. They're releasing Jalen Phillips and Bradley Chubb. It seems they're going to keep Achane, which I think
I would hope so.
Yeah, they should at least give Willis some help. Yeah. So, but they're tearing it down to the studs, and I think it's necessary. But to wrap it up, the Chiefs are sending the Jets a 2027 6th-round pick for Justin Fields.
Watch out, Patrick Mahomes.
I know.
He's coming for your job, man.
Yeah, cheaper, more athletic, younger. Man, I'd be scared if I was him.
That's a top tier quarterback right there.
And you know what? It's the Chiefs can do that. Like, they can trade for a guy like Fields, knowing Mahomes is going to be out for
a bag of chips.
For a bag of chips, and they're going to pay majority of his salary, and he's due $10 million guaranteed. I think he can. Well, I won't say I think he can hold them above water. Maybe. Yeah. If you have a guy like Reed to help him out, he's going to have Kenneth Walker behind him. Travis Kelce's coming back.
Here's my issue with that is that they solved for that problem before they solved for the offensive line. And I really hope that they put some effort into the offensive line in the draft.
I think they will. I think they are picking number 9. I think they're going to get Spencer Fano. Yeah. I think that'd be a good pickup for them.
And I think in the meantime, right, until Mahomes gets back from his ACL injury, I think that Justin Fields is a quality replacement. But you still need an offensive line to protect your quarterback, or else he's going to be tearing his own ACL, and you're going to be shit out of luck.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, exactly. Well, at least Fields can avoid it, but can he throw past the sticks? We'll wait and see. Andy Reid, work your magic.
Well, I got a guy here that can throw past the sticks. Panthers trading Andy Dalton to the Eagles. Jalen Hurts, watch out, man.
Red Rifle.
Yeah, Red Rifle for a 7th-round pick. So same thing, for a bag of chips. But he's also, he himself is kind of a bag of chips at this point. He's late in his career. They just probably want some assurance there. And he's got a lot of experience that I'm sure he can offer to Jalen Hurts as well. Jalen Hurts is still a young guy. He's
great resume for Jalen Hurts, but there's still qualms with his game.
I've still got questions.
We've seen.
Yeah, I've still got questions for sure.
And I think you can tie a lot of that to the offensive coordinator carousel. He had Shane Steichen, went to the Super Bowl. He had Kellen Moore, won the Super Bowl. But then you have, God, I don't remember his name, Kevin Patullo, and he gets fired after this recent playoffs.
Well, it was atrocious.
And it's a revolving door.
They barely made it there.
They fell off towards the end of the season, and I think what was the stat? He's 10 years in a row. He's had 10 different offensive coordinators. I mean, I don't really blame him for
that says a lot more about the head coach than I think it does.
I'm not a big Nick Sirianni guy.
Yeah.
No, not for me. But Red Rifle, he's had a lot of experience, and it makes me wonder what they're going to do with Tanner McKee. I think they were trying to shop him a little bit, but he can be emergency backup, But interesting, very interesting for the Eagles. Howie Roseman's always making moves. But we made some moves in March Madness, made our brackets, and we're obviously still not perfect.
Right.
I was for the first couple hours, but
right before it started, I was perfect. It was great. Yeah. Right before the first game. Yeah, I was perfect. What a world.
Well, that seems to be the logic with it is everybody's perfect until it starts.
Right.
And there's never been a perfect bracket.
As long as they don't play any games, then we're 100%, Miles. That's all, and that's all we need.
There are definitely better things I could do if I could time travel, but I feel like this would be top 3 first things I would do if I could time travel. Look at the bracket results, go back, and then make my bracket.
Yeah, but you got to put all your money down.
100%.
All of it.
Yeah. We're doing that for sure. Definitely better things to do, but that would give you a lot of clout.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But we're going to talk about our Sweet 16 and who we think is going to go there. And then we're going to talk about our first round upsets and who we picked for that. Now, I had a lot of upsets. Miles had
a
couple less. Yeah, I had 9.
Yeah. And I might ask you to pull up the scores of these.
Yeah, because we got some games that are like going on right now. Actually, we have one that started 20 minutes ago. That's part of what we're going to be talking about here. So,
yeah. So Sweet 16 to start us off. You want to go East?
Yeah,
just
let's do it, man.
All right. Yeah. So in the East, I got Duke versus Kansas, and I took Duke. And then I got Michigan State versus UConn, and I took Michigan State.
Interesting. Very interesting, Miles. All right. Well, in my East Sweet 16, I got Duke versus St. John's, actually.
Okay. You're still a St. John's man.
They
broke your heart last year.
I'm a St. John's stan. St. John's stan for me. All right. And I'm taking Duke.
Okay.
And then I got Michigan State versus UConn. Same thing. I'm taking Michigan State.
Smart guy. Okay. St. John's versus Miami, Ohio. Where your loyalties lie. You've been a big Miami, Ohio guy,
dude. It's just they're just fun to watch.
They shoot lights out.
We'll talk about Miami, Ohio. We'll get into them. Let's move on to the South.
Okay, South. I got Florida versus Vanderbilt. I'm gonna go Florida. And then I got Illinois versus Houston. And I'm gonna go Houston.
Wow. Okay. Well, mine's already cooked because I had Troy winning.
Oh man, and Troy was not winning at all today.
They had a great season. I was stoked that they were able to make it in, and I really had faith in them. But Troy got destroyed today by Nebraska.
Yeah,
I mean,
did.
Absolutely obliterated, and it wasn't even close. So I'm kind of embarrassed that I did this actually, and that I'm even talking about it on the pod. We don't know ball. But
that's good practice for your apology video.
No. Miles, you forget I'm up 4-1. So
not for long.
You should start practicing actually. Maybe stand in front of a mirror so that it's a little bit easier for you.
Yeah.
But I got Iowa versus Troy, and I took Iowa. And then I had Illinois versus Houston, and I took Illinois.
Really? Houston. They're a thorn, man. I mean, they're scrappy. I hate
and
Houston.
They're very physical.
Yes.
But I think that this is the year that Illinois gets through. So.
Okay. What do you have next? Mine was a little out of order from
the what?
Mine was a little out of order from yours.
Was yours a little out of order?
It was.
Miles.
It was. Yeah. West or Midwest?
Oh, well, let's do West.
Okay. I got Arizona versus Arkansas. I'm going with my Cats. And I got Gonzaga versus Purdue, and I took Gonzaga.
Okay.
I'm not a Boilermaker guy.
Yeah, I'm not a Boilermaker guy either because I had Gonzaga versus Miami, and I took Gonzaga. And then I also had Arizona versus Arkansas, and I'm also taking your Cats.
Arkansas scares me a little bit.
They're tough. They're tough, but I have faith in Arizona.
I think they're gonna
at least for one more round.
I think Arkansas is gonna destroy High Point.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm excited to talk about that one. Though.
Yeah, and I have a shout out to give when we get to that.
Midwest,
Michigan versus Texas Tech, our boys. I went Texas Tech.
Really?
Yes,
you did. Wow.
I did. Yes.
I'm so proud of you for taking the upset there.
Yeah.
But I took Michigan. I love Texas Tech. That's another one, man.
So interesting,
dude. They are so interesting because just think about like the games that they've won. That they've beaten Michigan this season, which is crazy. So they split the season with them, and they've taken down so many top ranked teams. So they're so capable of doing it.
I know.
Here's my thing: they're not as deep as Michigan, and they have injuries. Right,
they do
going into the latter half of this season, which is what concerns me. They've still proven that they can win even with these injuries.
Yeah,
but getting that deep into the tournament, I just don't. I think that Michigan's going to pull it out. And so I'm taking Michigan. Now, if Texas Tech does it, I'm going to be stoked. I'm going to be pumped. Screw
That's
my
gonna be
bracket,
crazy.
man. Let's
Yeah.
go Texas Tech.
Yeah. And then to finish off the Midwest, Virginia versus Iowa State. I took Iowa State. I have them going pretty far. So
Me too, buddy.
yeah.
Me too. And we won't reveal the rest of it until next week.
Yeah,
So
we'll
chat about it
unfold
next
it
week.
as it unfolds. Jesus,
Unfold it
unfolds.
as it
Yeah.
unfolds.
Yeah, I'm a little scrambled today. I think it's that Pedialyte thing you gave me.
I think
I'm feeling very rejuvenated. So
I think it was the voice crack that
gets in
got
your
you
head a
out of-
little bit.
Yeah, it got you all out of sorts.
I'm 23, man, and
That's-
like this is an issue still.
You know, it's kind of a weekly thing. I feel like I need a button
yeah.
just for that. Like maybe
Yeah. We can make a montage of every
Here.
time my voice is cracked.
let me see. Let's see what we got here. Here. Yeah, we'll hit the ref bustle. The bustle. Oh
Bustle?
my god. All right.
And it kind of has the same tone a little bit too, which is funny.
Or should we hit the
No.
crash break? No, you like the ref whistle?
Yeah.
All right, here. You know what? Every time you do it, flag on the play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I have to scoot 5 yards back from the desk.
We'll just slowly start moving the mic
Yeah.
further and further
Yeah.
out.
And I have to start screaming at some point.
Well, yeah. Well, next, Miles, we have our first round upsets,
Mhm.
and same thing. We organized it East, South, West, Midwest.
Mhm.
And again, I had 9, so I had a lot. I already lost one today, which is a
Yep.
bummer. But I also won a big one today, so I'm
Yeah.
pretty stoked on that. A couple actually. So for my first one, I picked TCU, number 9 TCU, to upset number 8 Ohio State, and they did it.
Yeah,
68
I picked that
to
too.
64.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was
and
a close
you
game.
like those 9 versus 8 games.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I had number 10 UCF upsetting number 7 UCLA. That's tomorrow's game.
That is. Yeah.
I believe in that. I think that that's going to
Yeah.
happen.
You and I have the same one for the
Okay.
East, both of them.
Nice. Very
So
nice. Moving on to the South, I had Iowa upsetting Clemson, number 9 upsetting number 8 there. That's tomorrow's game as well. And then I had McNeese upsetting Vanderbilt, which was a tough one today.
Yeah. And they could have done it too.
They could have, and they had, honestly, they were up, and then it was close
Yeah.
going into the fourth, and Vandy just
They
pulled
ran away
away.
with
It was a 78 to 68. But I really don't think that score reflects the game itself. And
No,
how
their
it was
backs were
played.
against the wall.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, for the South, I also have Iowa beating Clemson.
I had
and
one more too.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
I had this one's embarrassing. I had Troy beating Nebraska.
Yes. Yeah. that one.
Number 13 over number 4. That did not pan out at all. 76 to 47 loss today for Troy. So pretty
that's bad.
embarrassing way to leave the tournament. Pretty
That's bad.
embarrassing for me for picking them to go to the Sweet 16. That's definitely going to hurt my bracket chances.
Hey, we love a Cinderella story.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
Yeah. So I also have Iowa beating Clemson, and then I have Texas A&M beating St. Mary's.
Oh, no, I like St. Mary's. I couldn't do it. I think it could happen, but I like St. Mary's. I actually think that one is like the number 1 picked upset.
Mhm.
I was seeing yesterday. I think that was the number 1 picked upset in brackets. So
Yeah. Yeah. So you had, how many did you have? 3 in the South?
3 in the South. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So in the West, I got 2. This one is awesome. Stoked on this. I had number 12 High Point beating number 5 Wisconsin, and they sure did, 83 to 82. And yeah, I'm stoked.
Yeah. Shout out to Casey, because she was making her bracket and I was trying to push her to take Wisconsin, and she did not listen to me, and I should have listened to her.
Sounds like
So-
Casey knows ball.
Well, let's not give her too much credit. But yeah, she's gonna hold that over my head. So, and it's deserved. So I also hate Wisconsin. So I really don't mind watching them lose outside of my perfect bracket. That was my first loss of the day, unfortunately. So
Yeah, well, my second game on here is one that just finished up, and I'm double checking the score here. Oh, and that's another W. I took number 11 Texas to upset number 6 BYU, and they sure did it, 79-71. Let's go, baby.
Damn it. Jeez.
Not today, Miles.
That's
Not today.
so annoying, dude. Oh, BYU, come on.
I've never heard you get that upset before, Miles. I kind of liked it.
I also I don't really like Texas. I hate so many college teams. It's kind of ridiculous.
I appreciate the emotion.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then was that for, I know you heard that. Did you wrap up your West?
I did wrap up my West,
yeah. So for West, I got Utah State beating Villanova. That's another 9-8 upset. So, breaking news, what happened?
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish
that's
your
my
West.
Okay.
Yeah. In the Midwest, this is very exciting. So this is a live game that's happening right now, and I'm pumped.
Wait.
It took St. Louis to upset number 8 Georgia, and they are currently up 37-18.
Oh my God. Jesus, this is so bad.
I'm loving it.
I thought you were gonna say that
5:37 left in the first.
I thought you were saying Miami, Ohio is beating Tennessee. I don't think they don't play till tomorrow, right?
So they play tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's my other upset. I got number 11 Miami, Ohio, upsetting number 6 Tennessee. So I'm excited about that. Did you take Miami, Ohio?
I did.
All right, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
So
we are riding the high,
dude. They played SMU so well, and I love to see them just pull out those threes.
I know.
They're just pull up jumpers.
They're lights out.
Totally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When they are hot, they are hot. And I think that with that kind of shooting, I think that they can play at least competitively with any of these teams in this bracket. If they can continue to play like that, if they get forced out of the perimeter and they have to play in the paint, that's where teams are going to beat them. So if they can continue to shoot from the perimeter like this, they're going to be dangerous, and teams better watch out. So Tennessee, take some notes.
For sure. Yeah, we both got that. Those are all the upsets.
Man,
some of them turning out better than others.
I hope this St. Louis game goes well. I'm really excited about this.
What's disappointing about that is I really did consider taking St. Louis, but I
should have done it, man. Should have done it.
The Bulldogs, man, come on.
We'll see. If this blows up in my face, I'm going to be really
upset. What was that score, 37-18? So they're beating them by 19?
It's 37-20 now.
First half still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Bulldogs, pull it together. All right. Well, we need to pull it together because we have to defend some takes with conditions. This is going to get interesting. So.
Yeah, with some conditions.
Yes, and we agreed on the conditions that we're both going to do for each one.
I'm actually not excited about this because I'm very shy. I'm going to be embarrassed.
Oh, yeah. One of them's going to be, we'll get to that. But would you like me to start?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
All right. So the condition for this one that we discussed is you have to explain it like you're talking to a 5-year-old, which shouldn't be hard for you with my voice cracking. Defend this take. Wearing a Cowboys jersey in Philadelphia is actually really safe, and opposing Eagles fans will treat you with respect.
Oh, wow, Miles. Wearing a Cowboys jersey in Philadelphia? It is safe. You should always feel safe in Philadelphia, Miles, especially wearing a Cowboys jersey. Philly fans are so respectful. Don't worry, Miles. It'll be okay.
That is like the most condescending. Oh, my God. That was hard to listen to.
It was hard to do.
That was so condescending.
No, man. You're lucky if you don't get shot in Philly wearing a Cowboys jersey, man.
You're putting your life on the line.
I didn't time that one. I couldn't think of anything else. That was as good as I got.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Miles, defend why Kevin Durant has the healthiest social media presence and explain it to me like I'm 5 years old.
Now, Jared, it's important that you stick up for yourself. You have a voice, and it deserves to be heard, okay? Kevin Durant, he stands up for himself. Some of these people say very mean things, and he doesn't take it, and he makes his voice heard, and that's important, especially when you're growing up around these mean kids, okay?
That was beautiful, Miles.
Would Marla approve? Marla, if you're in the chat, would I be good working with kiddos? I would hate it. I would never do that, but all right. This is where it's going to get.
I hate this one.
And we agreed on it. So
What? I hate that I have to do it first, too. You got to fix the live? All right, go for it, man. Yeah, I am not a fan of this one.
This is going to be embarrassing.
It is going to be embarrassing.
Okay. So, Jared, I want you to defend this take while you sing it, that every MLB player drafted in the first round should take a 100-mile-per-hour pitch to the groin as initiation to prove their worthiness. Just let it loose.
I don't even know how to defend this take.
From the heart.
From the heart? Oh, okay. All right. Let me get some more water. I'm getting hot over here.
It's getting warm here, and then these lights are not helping. Because the lights are bright.
Oh my gosh.
I won't.
I need you to close your eyes, Miles. Yeah, don't look at me while I do this.
My ears are open.
I need a drink. That's what I needed, like a shot or something.
Yeah.
Miles, I really think that all the players that are getting drafted in the first round of the MLB draft should have to take a 100-mile-per-hour fastball to the groin, or else, because it just feels so good and it doesn't even hurt at all. And initiation is important and hazing is definitely okay.
Verse 2? Yeah.
Good job. Good job. That's all I had.
Well, like,
I should have put some music behind it. Dang it.
It's fine.
That would have been good.
Yeah.
Should I redo it?
Do you want to?
Absolutely not.
I was gonna say.
All right, Miles. Defend why Dan Snyder is not only a great human being, but also the greatest owner in the history of sports. And I want you to sing it to me.
Why? Of all things? Oh, dude's on the Epstein file. Oh my God. Okay, wait. Why he's a good human.
Not only that he's a great human being, but also why he's the greatest owner in the history of sports.
God. You're just trying to clip me out of context and make me look bad.
I forgot to do it last week. I should have done it.
Jesus. Should I try to make it rhyme?
Yeah, dude. Give us. Are you gonna put it to the beat of something else? I didn't get music, so I'm not gonna give you music. But if we do this again, I will.
Oh God. Okay. I'm not gonna bother rhyming. He doesn't deserve it. Okay.
I've never heard you sing. Do you want the guitar?
No,
you gonna play guitar while you do it?
I'd have to tune it. Okay. Okay. Hey, quiet down. I have nothing to say. Like, that is.
How do I defend taking a 100-mile-per-hour fastball to the groin, Miles? You can do this. I believe in you.
Well, that's more silly. This is like I'm defending a bad man here in song form. Okay.
You got this, Miles. I believe in you.
Should I go high? Falsetto?
You should go high.
Okay.
Yeah. Sing it loud.
What an owner. The light he brings makes it lighter. Yeah. Good human. All the way through. It bleeds through his organization. Super Bowls and charities. Yeah, he's a good boy. Yeah. Marla, it's because it's hot in here. Okay, I think my face is red.
We're definitely clipping this. We're absolutely clipping this.
Send it to him.
That was beautiful.
Let's send it
That
to
was
him.
beautiful.
Is
I
he in
think we
prison
should,
yet?
actually.
Yeah, we could send him
should.
You could send him a little VHS tape of that.
I wish we had music. I should have done
We
that.
should-
I
we'll-
apologize to the viewers
we'll do this
for
again.
not doing it. Yeah.
And we'll get some royalty-free music.
Mm-hmm. What a horrible
Yeah.
take to have to sing.
I know. Yeah.
That's a terrible thing
Who
to
would
have
do
to
such a thing
defend.
to me? Jesus.
Man.
There was one. I'm trying to remember what it was.
Was it
no. I was gonna
Bin Laden one?
No, I was gonna reverse it. I was gonna have you talk like you're talking to a 5-year-old about the MLB pitch. I'm like, okay.
Oh, that would have been easier, I think.
Yeah, but then you talk about that with a kid, that'd be weird.
I think yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
yeah, you're right. That could get a little weird. Sorry.
2 Point Perspective, we should just become a band. Let's do the sport.
We already got the drums.
Yeah, we got the recording
And you
studio.
play guitar. Miles won't play guitar on set. I've been trying, and he won't do it.
Listen, I like for the audio only people. I want them to stay. So,
I've heard Miles play guitar. By the way, he's very good.
I've played for a while, but it's very on and off. Maybe I'll make an original just for this show. It could be our intro. Make an outro too. But maybe one day. Maybe for a special.
The chat's asking for the guitar, Miles. You should play us out. You don't have
That's
to tune
gonna
it.
be uncomfortable.
Don't worry about tuning it. Just rip it, dude.
We'll save it. Well, how about we save it for a special?
All right.
And I'll bring mine.
Okay.
And it's an electric too, so acoustic electric.
Okay.
I could plug it in.
There you go.
And we could mess around with all the effects and stuff. So
all right, I'm here for it.
We'll make a thing out of it.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, folks, for tuning in. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, comment under the posts. And don't forget to check out the YouTube Live, too. If you guys have only seen the TikTok Live, the YouTube Live has the same... it's the same thing, but I think at a higher quality. You get to hear us through the mics.
Yeah.
You get to hear all of the sound effects that we're putting out there, which is really cool. If we do a call, you get to hear the other side of the call. So you just get a little bit more out of it. We definitely appreciate you on the TikTok Live. Not trying to say anything against that, but the YouTube Live is just going to give you guys a little bit higher quality. So if you ever get a chance, check that out. And remember, March Madness isn't about being right. It's about being loud and wrong with confidence. We'll see you next week.